Mr. Transformers 96 here with another Transformers custom figure review. This time I'm reviewing my two Dinobot customs being Grimlock and Slash. So now this is kind of interesting. I didn't actually just do these. Basically back in April I started doing customs for the first time of Transformers, starting with Optimus Prime, and I just did a few of them, and they were all straight up repaints. I didn't like actually change anything on the sculpts. They were all just repaints that I did. You know, I did like Prime, Galvatron, Shockwave, Berserker into Crankcase, and just a bunch of other ones, but I did them all within like a month or two span, and I did also Grimlock and Slash. Then I stopped there, and it kind of took me a while before I started making more, because now I'm starting to make more in August basically. But as I'm making more, I'm getting a lot of requests from you guys, and I've received some requests to do Grimlock, which I've already done basically. So although I never actually made a video of them, of these two Dinobots, I figured why not make the video now, because I did, you know, do these two customs. So let's talk about it. So, you know, I wanted to do just a few Dinobots. What I did was, I wasn't 100% sure how it was going to look. So instead of just going straight with Grimlock, I started off with Slash, because I hate the Slash figure. I mean, the figure itself is alright, but the paint on it was atrocious. I hated the bright, you know, blue and bright neon yellow. It was just an awful color scheme. It looked cheesy and like a cheap McDonald's toy. So I could care less if it came out pretty bad, which is why I started out with him. So he was basically my tester. If you're wondering why I chose to do Slash instead of like a Dinobot that was actually in the movie, that is the reason, because if it came out crappy, then it wouldn't be a big loss. But yeah, so what I did was I painted the whole thing. What I did was I took a silver and like a gray, and I mixed it together, and one was metallic, one was acrylic, and then I just painted the entire thing, and which gave it kind of like a stone look, because since it was metallic and acrylic, they didn't mix like super well, so there was still like a, you could see a bit of the separation between the two colors, and it gave this stone look, which I wanted. I wanted something that looked organic, like it was living in the forest, you know, because it's hard to get a clear read on exactly what these guys look like in the movie, because they're very weathered, and you know, I didn't just want to go full silver. They would look too pristine, so I wanted to give it that kind of organic look. So I painted the entire thing like that, and then I took just black, and you know, I did similar to what I did on Berserker, or on Dreadbot. I took the black, you know, I dipped it in the in like a more ruffled up brush. Then I wiped the brush on the paper a few times to get most of the paint off, and then I just kind of brushed a black into them to kind of really highlight all the detail. It works really nicely on Slash here, especially since he has so many sharp little details. Like, there's so many places where that detail can rest in and really make pop. So it looks quite nice as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I do like the way they came out a lot. I left the eye red, and I painted the mouth sections like this black, just to be able to see it a bit. I did leave a couple things unpainted, like the joints basically I left unpainted, simply so that there wasn't any paint rubbing when I moved the joint on the ball joints, things like that. So in those sections, the joints are left unpainted, simply for function. But yeah. And as you can see, it works really nice. I was worried, this is my first time painting anything that was rubber, and this back tail is like a rubber piece, and it turned out completely fine. It held the paint very nicely, and looks pretty good. So yeah, so that's what I did here on Slash, and then I just did the exact same thing on Grimlock once that was done, because Grimlock was the one that I mainly wanted to do, but you know, I wanted to experiment first on a Dinobot that I cared a little less about. And I think it turned very nicely out on Grimlock as well. I think that it works nicer on Slash just because he has so many small details. Again, like, you can really make those details pop. On Grimlock, he's got a lot of spaces that are just very clean, like the arms, the legs here, very clean spots. So, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of detail to bring out. However, I do still think that this looks nice. It's definitely more movie accurate, I can tell you that. You know, I can't say that it's like 100% movie accurate or anything, but it's more of the movie accuracy style that I was going for, so that was important to me. And his accessory, I would love if he could hold this accessory like from the actual handle itself and not from a handle on the handle. That would be kind of nice, but unfortunately, yeah, he still holds it like that. And of course, both of these two, you know, maintain their full articulation. They're straight up repaints. So yeah, Looking pretty neat. As far as if I'll do the other Dinobots like this, I don't know. I might. It's kind of in the back of my mind. They certainly wouldn't be anything that I do soon, because I've just got a lot of other customs on my list to do, and you know, the Dinobots, they might make it on there eventually, but they're going to be towards the bottom. So I've got a lot of other custom styled work to do before I attempt to get to some of the other 3 Dinobots, basically. I don't think I'd ever do the other Voyager one that wasn't in the movie. I don't remember his name. I do have that figure, but I don't think that I'd ever paint that one. It's unnecessary. But the other 3 that were actually in the movie, I might consider painting like this. We'll have to see. But overall, I think that these turned out quite nice. And I always get questions about transformation. As far as transformation goes, they should be able to transform fine because I didn't change anything to the molds. I personally don't like doing transformations though, because I worry that it'll scratch the paint. I did seal these 2 though. I did use a sealer. However, it's still, the paint is stronger now, but like there's a layer of protection over the paint. However, it still can scratch. So I do try to limit pieces of plastic clashing together on these figures as much as I can. So I don't plan to transform them, but they are transformable, like I always get asked. But there you go. There's my 2 Dinobot customs. We have Grimlock and Slash. Let me know what you guys think of these customs. As far as other custom videos I have coming up, I might have already posted this, but if I haven't, I'll be posting a last night Decepticon custom video where I'm just talking about all of my custom last night Decepticons, what I think about them, updates that I think I'm gonna make, kind of ranking my least favorite of them to my favorite, that type of thing. And then the custom that I'm personally working on right now is Day Trader, so he's probably going to be my next new custom that I show, unless for some reason I decide to quickly do Squeaks before him, but I doubt I will. So there you go. That's my video of my 2 Dinobot customs. Let me know what you guys think of these figures, and thanks so much for watching.